Good morning. I like the echo. It's like in a basketball game when you do the wave, it echoed all the way to you fantastic folks up in the stands. Woo. Yeah, this is a day to celebrate, so please keep that energy going. Good morning to my esteemed faculty, dedicated staff, proud students, and the valued members of our community. I am Teresa Riley, the Chancellor of the University of Arkansas, Fort Smith. And it is my pleasure to welcome you here to our beautiful campus and thank you for venturing out, despite the rain, to celebrate this momentous occasion and ambitious announcement with us. Before we actually begin our program today, I want to acknowledge that our university community has suffered some pretty unbearable losses in the past week. We have lost two amazing colleagues, and I want to take just a moment to talk about them. We acknowledge the loss of our dear colleagues, Dr. Paul Hankins. Paul Hankins served us for almost a decade as the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, and unfortunately passed away less than a year after his retirement was announced for June 2024. Next, and incredibly shockingly, we lost Dr. Linda McClellan, Assistant Professor of Spanish in the Department of World Languages, and her funeral is at exactly this time this morning. Will you please join me for a moment of silence to recognize their incredible lives and their contributions to this fantastic university as educators and leaders. Thank you. So we are gathered here today, students, faculty, staff, community members, friends of this university, to celebrate the storied history and the exciting future of our region's public university. When I wandered around the room earlier, mingling and talking, I saw so many friends, so many people that feel as deeply connected to this university as I. And it was momentous to bring all of you together. And students, you are welcome because we canceled classes at 11 a.m. and at noon. I've had people ask me, how did you get so many students here? Took a little executive privilege on that one. Now, before I make the big announcement, I would like to introduce a very special speaker to our podium. With us today to celebrate our ambitious announcement is the University of Arkansas System President, Jay Silveria. President Silveria joined the University of Arkansas System on January 15th, 2025, after serving as an Associate Vice President and Executive Director of Texas A&M University and the Bush School of Government and Public Service in Washington, D.C. Prior to that service, President Silveria served for 35 years in the Air Force, most recently as Superintendent of the U.S. Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs, Colorado. President Silveria, will you please join me at the podium?
Well, good morning. First off, I'm struck by the history of the photographs and the legacy and the time of Fort Smith, of the University of Arkansas Fort Smith, and the past here that's being shown. That's actually really a way to divert your attention onto the slides, and then you won't listen to me. So. Well, thank you for the introduction, Dr. Riley, and the opportunity to be here for what promises to be an important day for the future of the University of Arkansas Fort Smith and certainly the community that it serves. I'm still new at this, as Dr. Riley pointed out, that I've been here since January, so forgive me if I don't recognize everyone that's here. But I also want to extend a warm welcome and a word of thanks to the community leaders that are here and the elected officials that are here, because your support means everything to the university and everything to the University of Arkansas system. That also extends to all of you who've chosen to be here today, including the students that were drawn to the free food, and to recognize the Fort Smith's impact in the state and to be part of the University of Arkansas Fort Smith community on such a special day. As Dr. Riley said, I'm the president of the UA system, and while I've only been here since January, this is not my first time here. I had a wonderful visit in February, where I met students and faculty and leadership, and I took a tour around and got familiar in many ways with the campus, but also the impact that the university has in this part of the state. It's very impressive, and I was blown away by the energy and the passion that I felt around the institution and for those serving here and that are a part of the community. You probably noticed that I've already used the word community probably too many times, but it's an important reason that I'm here, an important reason that we are all here, because I strongly believe that the UA system, to live up to its full potential, each one of our 21 campuses, divisions, and units must not only be a part of the communities that they serve, but also help and drive and lead efforts within the community. The relationship between the community and its university is absolutely critical to the success and the future of this institution. What I see at Fort Smith is an institution that listens to its community and responds by providing the necessary program and training for a bright future. I won't say anything about today's big announcement, but I will say that the effort here today that we're celebrating is all about strengthening the relationship between the community and the institution and further solidifies that commitment on both sides. Thank you again for having me here today and for supporting the University of Arkansas at Fort Smith and the UA system. Most importantly, thank you for being part of the special community as we look toward the bright future of this region and this state. Thank you.
Thank you so much, President Silveria. Your meaningful and insightful comments mean more to us than you can imagine, and we too appreciate our very strong community here in Fort Smith and in the River Valley. So today, we stand at the threshold of a bold new chapter in the story of our great university. It is a moment that calls for courage, for vision, and for an unwavering belief in the transformative power of education. And now, it is with immense pride and boundless excitement that I announce the launch of our most ambitious fundraising effort to date, the Intrepid Ambition Comprehensive Campaign. Intrepid Ambition is more than a name. It is a declaration of who we are as Lions. It is a promise to our students, to our faculty, and to our future. It embodies the daring spirit that has always defined our institution, the drive to challenge convention, to reach new heights, and to empower generations of leaders, thinkers, and change makers. But make no mistake, the campaign is about so much more than just raising funds. It's about fueling your dreams. It is about ensuring that every student, regardless of your background, that you have access to education that inspires, challenges, and prepares you for a rapidly changing world. It is about investing in innovative research that will solve the pressing challenges of our times. It's about strengthening our community and by building the state-of-the-art facilities, expanding scholarship opportunities, and equipping our faculty with the resources they need to push the boundaries of knowledge. As part of the Intrepid ambition, we are thrilled to introduce groundbreaking new academic programs that are designed to meet the demands of an evolving world. These include cutting-edge fields, such as in health sciences, where we will help to shape the next generation of medical innovators and healthcare professionals. Advanced manufacturing, where we will be equipping our students with the tools to revolutionize industry through automation and smart technologies. Data sciences, where we will be preparing graduates to lead in an increasingly data-driven economy. And art and design, fostering creativity and pushing the boundaries of visual expression. These programs will empower students with knowledge, expertise, and hands-on experience to excel in their fields and to make meaningful contributions to society. We know that an institution like ours does not thrive only on tradition, although ours is rich. It also thrives on momentum, on investment, and on a shared commitment to excellence. Through Intrepid ambition, we will raise funds to ensure that our students who graduate do so not only with degrees, but with purpose and preparedness. Already, we have witnessed remarkable leadership and generosity from our alumni, our partners, and friends of this university. Their belief in our mission has brought us to this moment. But now, I turn to you, our faculty, our staff, our students, and our community. You are the heart and the soul of this institution. You're the reason why we're here today. Your engagement and your passion are going to be driving force behind this fantastic and successful fundraising effort, Intrepid Ambition. Today, I invite each and every one of you to join us in this extraordinary endeavor, whether through contributions, through advocacy, or just simply sharing our mission out amongst your networks. Your support is going to shape the future of this university and every single person it serves, not just today, but for generations to come. Together, we are going to build. Together, we are going to innovate. Together, we will embody the very essence of Intrepid ambition. We are going to be bold, we are going to be fearless, and we are going to be unwavering in our pursuit of excellence. The time is now. The future is ours, and with Intrepid ambition, we are unstoppable. Thank you. Now, let's cue up a video.
The River Valley has always been home to the trailblazers, to the brave, the daring, the inspired. And for nearly 100 years, the University of Arkansas Fort Smith has been fueling their progress.
In a world where talent is distributed equally, but opportunity rarely is, what happens when we unlock potential and empower everyone who is brave enough to begin?
Can we change the way that people see design, from the things that we craft to the feelings that they inspire?
If we believe in what we do and serve people when it matters most, can we turn someone's darkest day into a new beginning?
I was born and raised in Fort Smith, and in my classroom and in this legislature, I'm asking, what if real change doesn't mean leaving home, but leading from it?
At the University of Arkansas Fort Smith, we are answering questions that challenge the status quo, because we know that fortune favors the bold. We're redefining access to education. We're revolutionizing partnerships with the industries that drive our region. We're breaking the mold of higher education. That's the power of intrepid ambition. Be fearless with us.
I immediately regret following the hype video. Well, good morning again. I'm Blake Rickman. I serve as our Vice Chancellor for University Advancement and Executive Director of the UAFS Foundation. Once again, it is my privilege to introduce you to Intrepid Ambition, the campaign for the River Valley. Back. Now, you may be asking yourself, why Intrepid Ambition? I'm here to tell you. We chose Intrepid because it's an adjective that perfectly describes the student who comes here and is successful, who simply by their arrival have overcome tremendous odds, and who through perseverance achieve their dream of a college education, transforming their lives and the lives of their families for generations to come. It's also the perfect descriptor for the citizens of the River Valley, a community who's dealt with natural disasters and plant closures and financial obligations handed down by the federal government, yet still we persist. And it even calls back to those early pioneers, the trailblazers who ventured west across the frontier all the way to the eastern banks of the Arkansas River, where they set up camp next to the fort and began to call this place home. Those are the Intrepid. And we chose ambition because ambition is what fuels each and every one of these groups to persist and to prevail. They are Intrepid Ambition, and we are Intrepid Ambition. But that's also why this campaign isn't just about building a building or focusing on a singular project. This is a comprehensive campaign where we will strategically invest resources in the elements of this campus where our community depends on us the most. And while we've always made it a priority to honor our past, we love telling the story about how this campus got its start under the bleachers of what was Fort Smith High School and has evolved into what you see today. However, the next 4 years will be intensely focused on the future of this place and how we can better serve this community for the next 100 years, because we recognize the power UAFS has to transform our region. Now, I could spend the rest of our time together today going through exactly how we plan to do that, but I won't. To put it simply, we want to invest in our students, we want to invest in the expertise of our people, and we want to invest in this community. With these three priorities, there's no person, no organization, or cause that this campaign can't impact. And to each and every one of you in this room who is joining us from the community today, regardless of where your degree is from, or what it says, or whether or not you have one, if you live here, if you work here, this is your university. And we know UAFS can be the rising tide for our entire region. Now, no campaign would be complete without a goal. And if you can't tell by now, there's a theme. This is a bold goal to go along with a bold campaign. Our goal for Intrepid Ambition is to raise $85 million by the year 2028. But I'm also here to tell you that today is absolutely not the starting line. Through the outstanding work of our advancement team and our campaign committee, and with the overwhelming support of this community, it is with great honor that I share with you that towards our goal of $85 million, we have already raised over $68 million. Now, we have some incredible members of this community who have made this possible. We have organizations and individuals who have stepped up to double the size of our nursing program, to drastically expand our scholarship offerings, to increase the capacity of our art and design facilities, supporters who have created premier opportunities for our students to gain valuable paid work experience at the region's top employers at zero cost to the organizations. But there's a recent transformational gift that I would like to specifically announce for the first time today. A few weeks ago, we received confirmation of a commitment from an anonymous donor. Now, we have many donors who choose to give anonymously, focusing on impact over recognition. Today, we'd like to announce a $7.5 million fully endowed gift to create the UAFS Center for Nonprofits. With over 1,000 nonprofits in our region, we knew this was a desperate need. The center will host comprehensive training and educational programs along with certificates and provide direct to nonprofit funding opportunities. This center will put Fort Smith, Arkansas on a national map for nonprofit support mechanisms. Now, centers like this exist across the country, but very few will be resourced like this one. This will ensure that these organizations not only survive these turbulent times, but that they thrive. I want to thank all the people who helped make this project possible, but I would like to specifically thank the River Valley Nonprofits Group, who without their grassroots efforts signaling the need, this project could never have become a reality. The center is going to have a resounding impact on the economy of our region, but we're not stopping there. In scholarships, our goal is to make college a debt-free experience for every student in the River Valley who chooses to pursue it. In manufacturing, let's go to that. Thank you. In manufacturing, our goal is to work alongside our region's largest industry to build the workforce of tomorrow and meet the rapidly evolving needs now and well into the future. In healthcare, we aim to provide comprehensive support to our partners at Baptist and Mercy and beyond. We want to train the most knowledgeable, empathetic, and compassionate healthcare workers who can fulfill their goal of healing our region. In education, we want to ensure that every teacher who graduates is ready to shape young minds, but also has the experience to change lives on the very first day they enter the classroom. And in the arts, our goal is to empower painters, musicians, designers, and muralists to make our region beautiful, to make, as Mayor Ray Baker put it, life worth living in Fort Smith. So, we know the goal, but we certainly don't pretend to have all the answers. We do not know exactly what the future will look like, but we know this. To get there, we have to be brave enough to ask the difficult questions because transformation cannot happen in isolation. It happens when a university dares to ask, to listen, and to evolve alongside the community it serves. Over and over, UAFS has revolutionized what it means to serve the River Valley, and the time for revolution has come again. The next chapter of this city and this university are waiting to be written, and you are holding the pen. Now is the time to act, to push past sustainability and into transformation to ensure that our region thrives. Because just like UAFS, the River Valley has never known complacency. This is the home of the courageous, the bold, the trailblazers. And in intrepid ambition, we are inviting you to be fearless with us. Once again, I want to thank you all for joining us on this truly incredible day. I invite you to visit with some of our amazing students who are positioned at both sides of the arena floor, and please grab something to eat. We have some takeaways for you that help tell the story of what we're trying to do here, a magazine that shows the impact we're already making, and a card with a lapel pin that outlines our vision for the future. We hope you'll share them both, wear your lapel pin proudly, and tell the progress drivers and change makers in your life that we are ready to serve. Thank you all and have a great day.